Borough of Ramsey. We ready, Meredith?
Yes, I'm ready. All set.
Okay, here we go. Good evening. Welcome to the regular session of meeting of the Mayor and Council on February 26, 2025. This meeting is also being conducted telephonically. The dial-in number is 425-436-6365, access code 213563. The meeting may also be viewed on the Ramsey YouTube channel, which can be accessed via the Borough website. May I have a roll call, please?
Mayor Dillon,
Here.
Councilwoman Cusick,
Here.
Councilman Gutwetter,
Here.
Councilman Hillman is not here, Councilman Popolo,
Here.
Councilwoman Poppy,
Here.
Councilwoman Woods.
Here.
Thank you. Flag salute, please. I will ask Borough Administrator Bozay to lead us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The New Jersey Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of all citizens to advance notice of and to attend all meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting the public is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, notice of this meeting of the Mayor and Council was published in the Bergen Record and the Suburban News on Wednesday, January 15, 2025. Okay, do we have approval of minutes?
Madam Mayor, this is Councilwoman Cusick. I'd like to introduce the approval of the minutes from the work session dated February the 12th, 2025.
And I'll second.
Thank you. Any comments or changes to the minutes? Not hearing any. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick,
Abstain, I was absent that day.
thank you, Councilman Gutwetter,
Yes.
Councilman Popolo,
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy,
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Communications.
Yes, Madam Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to file the communications as listed on tonight's agenda.
I'll second that.
Okay, any comments on the communications? Not hearing any. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick,
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter,
Yes.
Councilman Popolo,
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy,
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Thank you. Can we have a motion to go out of order for the introduction of ordinances?
Motion to go out of order?
Second.
Councilwoman Cusick, I second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, Councilwoman Woods, could you please do the introduction of ordinance 04-2025?
Yes, Madam Mayor. Introduction of ordinance 04-2025. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance to amend Chapter 34 entitled Zoning of the Revised General Ordinances of the Borough of Ramsey to establish a new R5C Island Road Multifamily Residential Zone District. Pass the first reading by title, and that said ordinance be further considered for final passage and adoption at a regular meeting of the Mayor and Council to be held on the 12th day of March, 2025, 7 p.m. prevailing time, or as soon after as the matter can be reached, at the municipal building in said borough. And be it further resolved that the borough clerk be, and she hereby is, instructed to publish in an official newspaper of the borough in the manner provided by law a copy of said ordinance, together with notice of introduction thereof, and notice when the same will be considered for final passage and adoption.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Madam Mayor, this is Councilwoman Cusick. I second.
Thank you. Do we have any comments?
Yes, Madam Mayor, I would like to explain it a little further. This new R-5C Island Road Multifamily Residential Zone District is a rezoning pertaining to only Block 4201, lots 5 and 6. The purpose of the rezoning is to create a realistic opportunity for the construction of an age-restricted multifamily inclusionary development to meet an increasing need and demand in Ramsey and surrounding communities. This particular site's relationship to appropriate infrastructure and proximity to other residentially zoned and developed properties, along with sufficient size, allow it to accommodate such development. This development would also help to address the fair share affordable housing obligation of the borough. The permitted use of the property would be for inclusionary multifamily development with age restrictions. The minimum age requirements for any affordable housing income restricted unit would be at least one resident must be 62 years of age or older, and for any market rate units, at least one of the residents must be age 55 years of age or older. The minimum affordable housing component will be 20% of any units for sale and 15% of any units for rent. The area and bulk requirements compare favorably to those seen in multifamily zones as compared to Zone R-5B Island Road, which is further down Island Road, closer to Route 17. For example, the unit density per acre in this R-5C proposed zone is 8.2, while the R-5B has a density of 20 per acre. This ordinance is very in line with the current needs and market conditions for Northwest Bergen County in terms of land use and project development. This ordinance has been developed with the borough's planner, Joseph Burgess of Burgess Associates, who is one of the leading planners in the area. And at this time, I would like to introduce him and thank him for sharing his expertise.
Hi, Joe. Should we go up there to?
Maybe just some, it'll
Yes,
pick up on the.
If you go to there, so that way we can have it on the record, all your comments.
Good evening, and thank you for moving me up on the agenda.
Of course.
Thank you. This ordinance, as has been indicated, is designed to help us meet our fourth round affordable housing obligation. We have a rather large number identified by Department of Community Affairs as our obligation, and although it doesn't pertain to this ordinance, I will say parenthetically, we'll be seeking a vacant land adjustment from that number. But in discussing the issue with the property owner or the developer, they anticipate approximately 60 units on the site, so we should be able to get minimally 13 affordable units out of that, plus possible additional bonus credits. So, this works out very well for us. The density is set at 8.2 units to the acre, and I would point out that down the street from the site, there's an affordable housing site zoned at 20 to the acre. It was quite clear at the very beginning of this process, the applicant wanted to do a townhouse design, which would not allow that kind of density, and they were very much interested in a very particular kind of development. As has been indicated, it's age restricted. They are going to have all the market rate units at age 55 and above. However, in order to get affordable housing credits for the age-restricted affordable units, those units will have to be age 62 and above, and that's built into this ordinance. So there's a lot of benefits in terms of compatible density, in terms of providing for affordable housing, and providing it as an age-restricted community, so we do not have the concern of, the cost impact associated with market rate units and affordable units to generate public school attendees.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Burgess? And Mr. Burgess, regarding the affordable housing credits, do we have a multiplier on this because of how close it is to New Jersey Transit train station?
There will be a multiplier associated with that. I have to double check to see if the age-restricted multiplier or the Transit Village multiplier is the higher of the two. I just don't recall off the top of my head. We get to use one, but not both.
Okay, well, we'll take the one that has the highest multiplier, and we'll apply that.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone have, no questions? All right, well, thank you so much.
Well, and thank you.
We appreciate it. And if anybody's wondering, this is the old yellow farmhouse across from the apartments
Thank you.
on Island. That property's been sitting vacant for many, many years. Many developers have looked at it, and so finally, one seems to have found the magic combination to make it work. Okay, thank you. All right, so Merit, we need a roll call?
Yes.
Okay, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter.
Yes.
Councilman Popolo.
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy.
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, do we have a motion to go back into order?
A motion to go back into order, Madam Mayor?
Councilwoman Cusick, I second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Mr. Burgess. Appreciate you coming out.
Thank you.
All right, take care. All right, so we're at public comment. Anyone wishing to address the governing body, please give your name, spelling the last name and address. Please speak in an audible tone and address your comments to the chair. There will be a 5-minute time limit per speaker, unless reduced because of the volume of business on the agenda. Please note, public comment is your time. Out of respect and fairness to all, there will be no interruptions or questions answered during your time. No time shall be ceded to anyone else, and no time shall be saved for later use. Any responses may be given during the governing body's comments later in the meeting or as directed by the chair. The Borough Clerk is the official timekeeper. Okay, there's no one in Borough Chambers here to make public comment. Okay, is there anyone on the phone? First call for public comment on the phone. Second call for public comment on the phone. Third and final call for public comment on the phone. Not hearing anyone, I will close public comment. Okay, can we please move on to the advertised, hold on. Let me make sure I'm not going too fast here. Okay, let's move on to the advertised public hearing for final consideration of ordinance 03-2025. Councilman Gutwetter.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This is the final reading of ordinance number 03-2025. Ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank. Having been brought up for public hearing and all persons interested having been given an opportunity to be heard, pass final reading by title, and that said ordinance be adopted as an ordinance of the Borough of Ramsey, and be it further resolved that the Borough Clerk be, and she hereby is directed to cause a copy of the title of said ordinance to be published in an official newspaper of the Borough in the manner provided by law, together with the notice of the date of introduction and adoption of said ordinance.
Do we have a second?
Second that?
Thank you. Any comment on this ordinance?
Madam Mayor, if I could just read some comments on this. We had brought this up a couple of weeks ago when we introduced it. This is a pro forma or standard ordinance municipalities across New Jersey adopt each year ahead of adopting municipal budget. The state allows municipality, if they adopt this ordinance, to potentially increase their budget appropriations within cap by up to 3.5% from the prior year's budget appropriations. This does not impact the tax levy cap of 2%. It deals with the appropriation line items under the state municipal cap and allows flexibility if in a given year certain line items need to be increased above the appropriation cap. Or Ramsey may not utilize this flexibility, there's no harm in adopting the ordinance, and any amount under the revised allowable level a town has will be banked for potential use in future years.
Thank you. Now open this ordinance 03-2025 for public hearing. Is there anyone in the public wishing to comment on ordinance? Oh, no, this is the advertised hearing, final. Okay, once again, I will open this ordinance 03-2025 up for public hearing. Anyone from the public wishing to comment on ordinance 03-2025? Okay, there's no one in council chambers, so I will open it up. Is there anyone on the telephone line who would like to comment on ordinance 03-2025? Second call for comments on 03-2025. Third and final call for comments on 03-2025. Not hearing any comments, I will close the public hearing. Can we please have a roll call?
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter?
Yes.
Councilman Popolo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Thank you. I hereby appoint Michael Ciongoli to the Ramsey Rescue Squad. Consent resolutions.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Be it resolved that resolution 049-2025 through and including 059-2025, having been considered by the governing body of the Borough of Ramsey, be and are hereby passed and approved. There are no special permit requests or block party requests this evening.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, any comments on the consent resolutions? Not hearing any, can we please have a roll call?
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter?
Yes.
Councilman Popolo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Thank you. We'll move on to committee and liaison reports. Finance Administration, Councilman Gutwetter.
Okay, they're gonna get tired of hearing from me.
I don't think so.
Thank you again, Madam Mayor. I'm going to give my report tonight on my committees. Library Board will start off with. Winterfest will be running this Saturday, March 1st from, is it really March 1st already this Saturday?
It is.
Okay. Moving along. From 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. in the rear parking lot of the library. It's a very popular event. for the library, with almost 700 people in attendance last year. The Lunar New Year celebration was held on February 15th. With the Lunar New Year themed activities, about 170 people attended, and the entirety of the performance portion of the event can be viewed on the library's YouTube channel. The library is now able to provide a homebound delivery service for Ramsey residents unable to get to the library in person. The library is available to provide books, audio tapes, DVDs, and CDs through this service. The library has recently launched a new digital content service focusing on digital comics and manga for all ages. More information is available on the library's website, and the library will soon make general cosmetic renovations to their meeting room. This will allow for improved audiovisual equipment for presentations, musical performances, virtual author talks, and more events in that space. For the Recreation Commission, the winter sports, basketball and wrestling, all were wrapping up their seasons, but they were well participated this year. Spring sports registrations for adult softball is open, and the season will begin in early April, and registration for volleyball is also open. The RBSA and Ramsey Junior Lacrosse registrations are through their own organizations. The Easter egg hunt in partnership with the Ramsey Fire Department will be held on Saturday, April 12th in the morning, with more information to follow. The Ramsey Farmers Market. Market is open this time of year from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. through April. There are still upwards of 50 dedicated farmers and food purveyors each and every Sunday. The director is planning many interesting events in 2025 once the weather gets warmer. I was happy to attend this past Sunday on a nice, sort of sunny, warmer day, and the patrons and vendors were happy to have the market open after 2 weeks of closure due to inclement weather. And I think that pretty much concludes my report for this evening.
Well, thank you, Councilman Guttmacher. And Councilman Kilman is not here, so Public Safety, for his comments, Mr. Vosay.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Councilman Kilman's report is regarding the Emergency Services Complex. Currently, the Ramsey Emergency Services Complex project has been undergoing further review and assessment. The challenge given to those design professionals involved is to accommodate both the present and future needs of the Ramsey Volunteer Fire Department, Rescue Squad, and OEM, as well as to stay within the feasible budget parameters initially estimated regardless of the current rise in inflation and construction costs. This work is nearing completion with a significant amount of value engineering undertaken to reduce the estimated cost of the project. The Building Committee Working Group, including select borough officials, will also complete its review of the updated proposed project modifications in the near term and then present it to the full mayor and council and the public. Once the proposed plan and bid package is complete, it will need to be submitted to the State Office of Comptroller for review prior to going out to bid. And that will conclude his comments.
Thank you, Mr. Vosay. Building, Planning, and Zoning, Councilwoman Woods.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. My report is short this evening. I can tell you that the Design Review Board held their meeting last evening, and they approved the Tropical Cafe smoothie signage in Interstate. So go check it out as soon as they open. I will have a report on the seniors at my next meeting. Did not get that report. And the Board of Adjustment meeting this February was canceled. I would like to congratulate the Michael Chungoli from Ramsey Rescue Squad, and I also would like to thank Councilwoman Sarah Poppy for helping to coordinate the beautiful Ramadan celebration that I attended this evening, and I learned very much. So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This report will provide an update regarding our Planning Board, Shade Tree Commission, and Board of Public Works. I'd also like to thank Michael Ciangoli for his Ramsey Rescue Squad service and future service and his appointment. Our Planning Board met on the 18th of February. There was one waiver which was approved. The March 4th meeting's been canceled, and the next meeting will be March 18th. At the February 4th meeting, as my report from our time together on the 12th, the meeting that I missed, there was a hearing for the Ramsey Board of Public Works monopole. The Borough of Ramsey is seeking to use a communication facility that is proposed to be built on a property located in Mawa and used by our Ramsey Board of Public Works for supervisory control and data acquisition. And in addition, there will be use for Ramsey Emergency Services communications. The Planning Board was charged with reviewing the location, character, and extent of the project, and that the public funds being spent fall within the goals of the Borough of Ramsey Master Plan. There were testimony from members of the public during this almost 4-hour-long meeting. Mayor Dillon and I were recused. The planning board recommended the project to the governing body, which is us, the mayor and council. The Shade Tree Commission met on the 20th of February. The next meeting is scheduled for the 20th of March. Our Vice Chair, Jim Lewis, will be sworn in during this meeting. This year, there will be over 40 new trees planted in our borough. Our Shade Tree Commission also has a wonderful submission for the Ramsey Journal Spring Edition. The Board of Public Works last met on the 24th of February. The next meeting is March 17th, so we'll all be wearing green that day. Per and polyfluorinated substances, PFAS, are a group of chemicals used to make fluoropolymer coatings and products that resist heat, oil, stains, grease, and water. There are US EPA PFAS water quality limits which impact our water supply. H2M, our architectural and engineering firm, is working with Ramsey Water Department regarding treatment approaches at our facilities at Arrow Road and for future at Darlington, Brookfield, North Central, and Spring Street. And those will be portions of Phase 2. The lead service line replacement, our Board of Public Works continues planning and implementing regarding this New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection's lead service line replacement legislation. This project requires that all lead service lines served by the water system be replaced by the year 2031. And the Water Quality Accountability Act from our BPW is due in March. Our firm, H2M, our architectural and engineering firm, are working on completing it. I want to thank our Borough of Public Works for their diligence on our roads and sidewalks with ice and snow removal. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Want to pass that back? Public and Governmental Relations, Councilwoman Poppy.
Thank you. See if the phone yells at me again tonight. First, I would like to congratulate Michael Ciangoli for his appointment to Ramsey Rescue Squad. Thank you for your service to our borough. The Pool Commission met on last Wednesday. They are going to be adding.
Your input is invalid.
It always happens to you.
Meredith called it.
It's always Sarah.
It's always planned.
Okay, so the Pool Commission would like to add swim team and lessons to the early bird pricing this year. The early bird price is going to be $500 for 2 adults and $100 for each add-on child, and $525 will be the regular rates. Those dates will be announced soon. Opening day for the pool will be May 24th. They will operate on weekends only until June 23rd. They have a lot of programming already scheduled for the summer, so they're doing a great job with that. Anyone who knows any 15-year-olds or older, they're encouraged to apply to become lifeguards. They accept all lifeguard applications. Those working in the office, they're raising the age to 17. Their next meeting is March 19th. The Municipal Alliance canceled their February meeting. Their next meeting will be March 24th at Borough Hall at 7:30 p.m. The next stigma-free meeting will be this Monday, March 3rd at 7:30 p.m. at the Community Center. And anyone who's submitting to the Ramsey Journal, the submission date is coming up quickly. That is March 7th. So, Mayor and Council, if you have any organizations, just a friendly reminder to them that their submissions are coming due. March 9th, there will be a new resident mixer from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Community Center, and that will be with the mayor, the council, and the police department, and we should see Jack there too, so something to look forward to. Thank you very much. That concludes my report.
Health, Education, Social Services, Councilman Popolo.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Congratulations to Michael on his appointment, and thank you for his service for the Ramsey Rescue. I'll start off with Ramsey is for Everyone Rife. Basketball continues each Saturday at 3 p.m. at Dater School, and will go through at least mid-March. On Environmental Committee, we had a successful styrofoam recycling event on February 15th. with the assistance of Allendale. Thank you to the Department of Public Works for their efforts and assistance on, for sure, the coordination of traffic for the event. It went flawlessly from 10 to 12. Next collection will be probably in May, that we'll probably have, and then the next meeting for environmental will be in March. And lastly, Board of Education was last night. Hubbard Educators of the Year were announced, 2 teachers that got the awards. Presentation of the Board of Ed data and tiers data platforms went over last night, so it's pretty interesting just going and hearing all that. And I'll leave you guys with one announcement. They showcased the kindergarten class of 2038.
Whoa,
I'll just leave you with that.
oh my God,
2038. So
wow. Ay, ay, ay.
that's my.
Okay, thank you
Yeah.
on that sobering note.
So my grandson's class will be 2040.
Oh,
40 or 41, depending.
thank you so much. Right, so I want to thank Sabina Mushtaq for organizing the Ramadan celebration this evening at the Ramsey Community Center. It was very, very well attended and very well done. And Regina Paparo, who owns L'Art, actually gave a whole history lesson on the impact of Middle Eastern countries and Italy and desserts. So that was absolutely fascinating. So wonderful celebration. I thank Sabina for putting it together. As Councilman Guttweiler mentioned, this Saturday is Winterfest at the library, which is a really fun event. Hopefully it will not rain. The weather will cooperate and a lot of fun will be had by all. On the February 18th Planning Board meeting, the Planning Board recommended approval of the Board of Ed plans for the Old State Farm and Old Borough Board of Ed office on Main Street, and also for additions to the current auto shop building for STEM programming. It was very impressive, the plans that they presented, and it will really improve traffic circulation at the high school, especially for drop-off and pickup, and will add some nice dimension outdoor space for the students to enjoy. And I'd like to thank Michael Cianjoli for joining the Ramsey Rescue Squad. They do vital and important work, so I thank him for joining and for going through all the training so they can become a member. That's all I have. Road Administrator Bozak.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. A few comments on resolutions on our agenda tonight. Resolution 55 was authorizing the submission of the strategic plan for the Municipal Alliance. As noted in one of the communications on tonight's agenda, the Ramsey Municipal Alliance was awarded grant funding of approximately $4,500 for fiscal year 2026, which starts July 1st of this year. In order to receive and utilize these funds, the Municipal Alliance must submit a strategic plan for approval, and this resolution authorized submission of that plan. Resolution 56, authorizing the borough to enter into a contract with More Productions for stage, sound, and lighting for the Independence Day celebration. The resolution authorizes the borough to enter an agreement with More Productions for stage rental of 2 stages, sound equipment, sound engineers, and lighting for the Independence Day event in the amount of $9,750. Resolution 58 authorizes the extension of the borough's outdoor dining term. The borough outdoor dining period by ordinance is April 15th to November 1st. Over the last few years, the borough has extended this period to start earlier and end on December 31st. This resolution authorizes the 2025 outdoor dining period to be from March 15th through December 31st to provide extended time to our local restaurants. And Resolution 59 on the agenda was authorizing a temporary budget amendment for the water and sewer utility. Temporary 2025 budgets are set at the reorganization meeting at a state-determined percentage of the prior year's budgets. A municipality may, however, amend those temporary budgets by subsequent resolution. This resolution amends the temporary budget for the water and sewer utility to be in effect until final adoption of the full year 2025 budget. I have one other item at this time, just a note that the borough did go out for a bond anticipation note renewal. That was last week. We went out to bid for renewal of our bond anticipation notes with a 1-year term. With the highest short-term debt rating available at MIG1, The borough received a very competitive bid with 5 institutions bidding on the issuance. The borough received a net interest cost on the issuance of 2.95%, which was more than 30 basis points lower than any other New Jersey municipality bond issuances bid last week, and it was almost 75 basis points below the borough of Leonia, the only other Bergen County town who also had an issuance last week. This low net interest cost is reflective of the borough's strong financial position relative to other municipalities. And our budget timeline, we did the budget presentation at our last meeting. Tonight will be the introduction of the budget, and then it will be advertised in the public hearing and vote on adoption is planned for March 26th. That will conclude my comments.
Thank you. Borough Attorney.
Yes, Madam Mayor, just a reminder that Special Prosecutor Sillick has preferred charges against Ramsey Liquors LLC, trading as the Melfi Cafe, and the hearing is scheduled for March 6th, 7:30 in council chambers,
Which is a week from tomorrow.
a week from tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's all I have, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Borough Clerk?
Nothing, thank you.
No, keep it back. Okay, thank you so much. We've already had the introduction of ordinance 04-2025. There's no unfinished business. New business, Mr. Bozay, could you please give us a high-level overview of the budget?
Sure, thank you, Madam Mayor. The 2025 municipal budget continues to face economic challenges as all household and businesses do. The borough continues to see escalating expenses across various essential services. This budget is focused on a delicate balance between minimizing the tax burden and investing in the borough's vital services and aging infrastructure. Our 2025 appropriation levels for salary and operating expenses collectively are increasing by 2.04% from last year's levels, and they make up about 2/3 of the total budget. The borough's 2025 budget is compliant with the New Jersey state appropriation cap, and in fact is over $1 million under the state appropriation cap. The 2025 budget includes principal paydown of debt of $2.22 million, which is an increase of about $1 million from 2024. Approximately 20% of the principal paydowns from grants the borough sought out and received mitigated the cost to residents. Ramsey's municipal debt level remains one of the lowest among the 13 Northwest Bergen municipalities and under 10% of what the state allows for a community of our size. The state allows up to 3.5% of net debt as a percentage of the equalized valuation of the town. Ramsey at year-end 2024 is at 0.296%, or less than 1/10 of the state limit. This increase in paydown will maintain the borough's strong, low-leverage financial position, leaving Ramsey in position to utilize long-term debt markets for large capital infrastructure projects in the upcoming years. The borough-wide county mandated property revaluation, which started in 2024, will take effect in 2025 with the final certified property taxes in the third quarter. A property tax revaluation, again, is a net neutral overall tax impact to the borough. The new property valuations create a new net value taxable for the borough as a whole, and the property tax rate will be adjusted down by the same percentage as the net value taxable goes up. This produces the same tax dollars to the borough while multiplying the new higher net value taxable times the new lower tax rate. Ramsey ranks in the lowest tier of municipal tax rates in Bergen County with the 13th lowest of 70 municipalities municipal tax rate and the 7th lowest share of the 70 municipalities of tax dollars going to municipal services. Both of these figures are more than 25% below the countywide average. Ramsey maintains favorable ranking for municipal tax rates, debt, and surplus levels with other Northwest Bergen communities. As indicated earlier, inflation and certain operating expenses have impacted the budget. In addition, as noted, the borough is more aggressively paying down debt in 2025 to position itself for necessary upcoming investments in long-term infrastructure projects, which will benefit the town for years to come. The combination of these items brings the 2025 budget to a collective municipal tax rate increase of 3.95%. The budget is compliant with the New Jersey state tax levy cap and is over $1 million below the tax levy cap. This budget meets the objective of adopting a responsible budget in today's inflationary economy while continuing to provide a high level of service to taxpayers and incorporating capital investment and increased debt paydown for necessary projects with long-term community benefits. The full budget document is posted on the borough website along with the municipal budget presentation. Also, a municipal budget brochure will be sent to residents prior to the mayor and council meeting of March 26th, when the public hearing of the municipal budget will be held, and subsequently the budget will be considered for vote on adoption. Thank you.
Thank you, Borough Administrator Vozay. Can I please have a resolution introducing the budget?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This is a resolution of the 2025 municipal budget for Borough of Ramsey, County of Bergen for the year 2025. Be resolved that the following statements of revenue and appropriation shall constitute the approved municipal budget for the year 2025. In the current fund, general appropriations within caps, municipal purposes, $24,105,556. Appropriations excluded from caps for municipal purposes, $5,272,390.68. Reserved for uncollected taxes is $1 million. Total general appropriations of $30,377,946.68, less anticipated revenues of $7,522,207.50. The amount to be raised by taxes in support of the municipal budget for local tax municipal purposes, $21,212,150.12. The minimum library tax is $1,643,588.76. For the total to be raised by taxes, $22,855,738.88. For the water and sewer utility fund, appropriations and the utility revenues are $9,025,000. The swimming pool utility fund, appropriations and utility revenues are $980,000. That concludes the resolution.
Have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Any comments in addition to Mr. Vozay's? No? Not hearing it? May I please have a roll call?
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter?
Yes.
Councilman Papalo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Thank you. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, please.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
7:39.